my dearest students and other my friends, especially Mr. Raghupati Nakshitri, Principal of Sharada PU College, Vice Principal, and our HM, and all the dearest colleagues. Mahatma Gandhi is a Mahatma, not simply because his Atma that was just always feeling for the nation, and it was, if I want to say, his heart was beating for the nation. It is very rare that we find people with such a zeal, such an enthusiasm, and such a confidence level for a nation just to pulse for it. And that was there with this great man who was thrown out of the train, and from there he got up and he started, and finally, not only in India, right from South Africa, he came to India. Though he was a barrister, he threw off that coat, lawyer coat, and he became like the man, simplest of the simple, and he became just like the ordinary farmer of that time, and he left all his good clothing and he became one with this soil. And so he is Mahatma today. Today people may talk what he has done. Tomorrow people will speak about all people. In smaller places when we work, people ask what he has done. Some people may say, so there are a lot of people, lot of principals who work for the institution. Finally, when they leave and go, sometimes management say, we paid salary. He has worked, but we have paid salary. This is the world today. And in such a situation, for a country like India, which was not having proper goals, which was going different arenas, to pull it back to one and to give the whole nation one vibe, that was not easy. I don't want to stretch my topic because when the topic of Mahatma Gandhi comes, I speak more. I want to restrict Mahatma Gandhi's thoughts when he came to Udupi. It was February 24th that he came to Mangalore, and he visited almost all the regions like Sulya. He came from Madikeri side and he went to Sulya. He came to Mangalore, and from Mangalore he came to Mulki, and I have heard that since Mulki is near to my place and people had thronged there right from Bajpayee and other places, they had all gone from Udupi side to even Kinigoli and other places, they had gone to Mulki just to see this person and at least fold the hands before him and stand. And they stood beside the road throughout and just folded the hands for this white Mahatma. And when he came to Udupi, he came to Ajarkad, and that place is very famous, and I love that place even today. When I was in EMHS also, when I was a BEd student also, I used to go there and sit. There is a park, now also it is there. There is one on the top radio, the amplifier or something like that, they all fixed there, and there they used to put the evening news, and we used to listen there, sitting there, we used to listen to the news, and that was the place where Gandhi stood, and he inspired the people of Udupi. There were, at that time, 1934, on 25th, there were 3,000 people at that time who gathered. At that time, this was not a city, this was a village. Udupi was not at all a city at that time, big city, it was a village, and people had gathered there around 3,000, and he stressed the need for removal of untouchability. We are born with freedom, and who is there to curb our freedom? Let us not divide ourselves, let us be one, let us be like one nation, and let us throw out like these unwanted things of caste and creed. And he said, look at that Krishna. He turned towards Kanaka. And that Kanaka, even today, if you go there, you see the Kanaka statue, and Krishna is just turned to that. We call it in Kannada, Kanakana Gindi. Even today it is famous, and if you go there, you visit that, and it is a very enthusiastic that event, because when you go there, suddenly when you see that place, you feel that Krishna is just looking at you only. And you see, Gandhi uttered these words, when Krishna can turn to that person, and why we are avoiding other people to come into temples. There are in the temple, we are all one. We are all humans. We have no differentiation. And he at that time stressed the need for the upliftment of these people. He called Harijan. Hari means God. God's people. He collected amount from all the areas for the sake of the upliftment of these people. At that time, 1,240 rupees were collected from Udupi, and it was used for the upliftment of the people during those days in 1934. And from this way he went to Kundapur, and he stayed there in Kundapur on 25th, and 26th was the silent day. And that one day he took rest, not simply, he did meditation there, and he kept silence. He did not speak to anybody. Haji Abdul Sahib, who was the philanthropist who received him here at that time in Udupi, he was the leading philanthropist, and he received, and later on here he travelled by car, and after the Kundapur he travelled by a ship to Karwar. And 3 times Gandhiji had come to Mangalore from 1920 to 1934, but he visited Udupi only once in 1934. This is why I am telling we are in Udupi, for that the history of Udupi and Gandhiji. And Gandhiji, if you read his autobiography, step by step you will get inspiration, flow of inspiration throughout. If you want to be the change in the society, you be the change person. It is very, very easy to utter these words. It's very, very difficult to follow. If somebody tries to follow, the person will understand. Many people think that being a teacher is very easy. What is it? Give book, they will go there, teach. We will teach. You understand what it is. All eyes are not 1 or 2. In our class, at least 30 students, if there are 60 eyes, you will be watching there. 60 eyes watching only one person. And what comes from that person? And that person has to give. And when that person tells something, the 60 eyes, they will be searching so many things. Only few eyes will be here. Some eyes will be okay, some eyes closed. All types. Some eyes are open, but here it is closed, mind is closed. So all types of people. It's not easy. It's not easy to be the change. It's very, very difficult. Today, it's very, very difficult to be a guru, a teacher, because his students, we think that they follow us, but sometimes later we come to know They only saw us, not followed us. But in that situation, Gandhiji is a great leader. Gandhiji is a great teacher. Gandhiji is a great walking God to India. Because when all the people thought that sword can chase the British, and if only this man knew, if we pull the sword out, we'll die of the sword, and our own brothers and sisters will die with bloodshed. And he thought, what is our strength? Our strength is not the horses. Our strength is not the elephants. Our strength is not the swords. Our strength is only our population. If we outnumber, if all people get united, and if we outnumber with our ideologies and ideas, naturally they will leave us and go, because their ideology doesn't work here. This was the thought Mahatma thought, and he worked for it, and he said, non-violence can chase these people. Some people did not accept, like Subhash Chandra Bose. He wanted to have his own army, Indian National Army, and he tried his level best. Finally, some story occurred. He came from the Meghalaya side, but he could not succeed. And several people have tried their level best. If at all with the sword we could chase, there were people like Tipu Sultan or other people, they could try, but they could not do, because Indians were very easy to divide. It is very easy to divide Indians than uniting. And unification was not easy. And Gandhiji at that time, not good facilities, not very many bridges throughout, not many bridges, but this man, without any other second thought, he built the people's minds, and he fought for the nation, and rightly called Mahatma Gandhi. And today, Nelson Mandela, you saw Nelson Mandela, 27 years he was put in the single cell there, and he stayed there in the darkness, but still he knew that he will come and fight, and he took the role model of this Gandhiji, and he became the Gandhi of South Africa. After 27, people thought that my Nelson Mandela never comes out, and people were having that, because that was the condition at that time. But Nelson Mandela came, and African National Congress president he became, and became the president of Africa. And such a great leader. So many followers throughout the world he had. Even today, most of the countries, there are great leaders in those countries, they are not remembered. But Gandhi is considered the top hero of the whole world, and throughout the world, in so many countries, they even today consider this great man, without any arms and ammunition, could chase this British from their country. And today we are very happy that it is his birthday. And his birthday can be made fruitful, not that today we have to sit for Satyagraha. Let us tell only Satya. Then our Graha will live, other Grahas will live. Let us be truthful, and let us experiment with our truthfulness, not others. Let us experiment with our truthfulness, so that we will be upright throughout. Let us not think about Mahatma, let us think about our Atma, so that this Atma becomes one with the Brahmatma, and for that preparation is to go in the righteous path and the peaceful path, and that is what he has taught. So let us be happy, and let us feel proud that rightly a person is the father of our nation. And for us, we don't want any grandfather or grandson, because only one father is there. He is the father of nation. He has walked on the way, leaving all his grandeurs. He has shown us simplicity, and he has shown us how to live in the society in a simple manner, and feeling united with total. There is no upper, there is no lower. We are all one, and that oneness, let it be there. My dear students, let us always remember this great personality. And Lal Bahadur Shastri, of course, at that time it was very tough time for him. There was a fight, sudden fight, battle came, and unexpected. If any other person would have been perplexed, he would have confused, but he was stern, and he was right from the beginning, just like Mahatma Gandhi. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, he told, and encourage our farmers. Once again, another person, great personality. Encourage our farmers. There was famine, and we withstood that famine, and we overcame, and we fought against, and we once again kept up our solidarity because of great Shastri ji. Salute to him also. Salute to Mahatma. God bless us. Take care.
Sir, may I request you to be on the dais to give away the house flags of the month of August and September. Before that, indeed, to have this eminent personality that is none other than our beloved principal, Mr. Vincent D'Costa, who is a true leader and a perfect model. Thank you, sir, for spreading the Gandhian ideas, thoughts in a thought-provoking and tangible way. Thank you, sir. Now I invite you, sir, to declare the result.
Wait.
We had not given the house flag for the month of August also. For the month of August, house flag goes to Kirti House. Kirti House flag.
I request the house masters and the house link captains to come up on the dais and receive the flag. Let the audience cheer them with their thunderous applause.
House flag for the month of September. Spurti House.
Spurti House, house masters, captains can be on the dais and receive the flag. Hearty congratulations to you. Let's also rock them with the rapturous applause. Audience, give him a big hand. Thank you, sir, for honoring the houses with the flags. Relationships are based on 4 principles. One is respect, second understanding, third acceptance, and the final one is appreciation. What do you say a lot about you? All that says about you, and it's important to you as a person. So I call upon Mrs. Geeta to propose the vote of thanks.
ಗಾಂಧಿ ಜಯಂತಿಯ ಆಚರಣೆಯ ಕುರಿತಾದ ರೂಪುರೇಷೆಗಳನ್ನಿತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡಿ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿದ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ವಿನ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಕೋಸ್ಟಾ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕವಾದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿರುವ ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಕಾಲೇಜು ವಿಭಾಗದ ಪ್ರಾಂಶುಪಾಲರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ರಘುಪತಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅನಂತಾನಂತ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳು. ಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಲಹೆ ಸಹಕಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಿಂದ ನೀಡಿದ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯೋಪಾಧ್ಯಾಯಿನಿ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ವೀಣಾ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಾಯ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೃತ್ಪೂರ್ವಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಸರ್ವಧರ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ನೆರವೇರಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮೆರುಗನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸಿದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡಿದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಿಗೂ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕೇತರರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಿಯವಾದ ಭಜನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ವೃಂದ ಹಾಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವೃಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಆಭಾರಿಗಳು. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಕನ್ನಡ, ಹಿಂದಿ ಭಾಷೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಬಾಪೂಜಿಯವರನ್ನು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಹಾಗೆ ನೃತ್ಯದ ಮೂಲಕ ದೇಶಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಬಿಂಬಿಸಿದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿನಿಯರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ತರಗತಿ ಸಂಯೋಜಕರಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಹಾಜರಿರುವ ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಕಾಲೇಜು ವಿಭಾಗದ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲಾ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕ ಬಂಧುಗಳಿಗೂ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕೇತರರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಸ್ತಿನಿಂದ ಭಾಗಿಯಾದ ದಿನದ ಮಹತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂತಹ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವೃಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆ ಸಂಗೀತ ಹಾಗೂ ತಾಂತ್ರಿಕ ಸಹಾಯ ನೀಡಿದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ವಿನೋದ್ ಹಾಗೂ ತಂಡಕ್ಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಸ್ವಯಂ ಸೇವಕರಾಗಿ ಸಹಕರಿಸಿದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಸಭಾಂಗಣದ ಆಸನದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆ ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಯಶಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣಕರ್ತರಾದ ಶ್ರೀಯುತ ಶಶಿಧರ ನಾಯಕ್ ಹಾಗೂ ಅವರ ತಂಡಕ್ಕೂ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಹಾಗೆ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಪರೋಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಕರಿಸಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯಿಂದ ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾ ತಜ್ಞತಾ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮುಕ್ತಾಯಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.